lovelies, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to this series of love readings. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I think my neighbor's watching a big game or something, so if you start hearing cheering, that's what's going on. So just real quick, welcome to the love series for October. Obviously, format changed once again. With this new format, I did a couple things. So we're going to pull some oracle cards, talking about what's coming towards you concerning love and romance for this season. We are also going to talk about your tarot spread in the middle, what's your main message, and then I'm doing something a little different. I'm pulling some chakra cards for you. So the chakra cards are really going to talk about what chakra really is feeling empowered right now and how you're going to access this new love, or what chakra is out of balance. And then I'm going to talk about what you do on both sides of that. So no matter what side you're on, you feel like you know what to do. And then we're going to pull an angel card just for some extra guidance before we round out the readings. So I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, just some heads up, these videos are going to be for all 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Take these messages as they resonate, as I've been filming a few of them. Not all of them are done yet. They are coming out, some of them are coming out really pointed. So if you are listening to the first couple cards and it doesn't feel like it's connecting, don't take those messages. Your message will probably come later mixed in somewhere. So only take what resonates. If it doesn't make sense to your story, if it doesn't make sense to what's going on in your life, obviously that was not meant for you. So these are general, so there's lots of people kind of thrown into the mix. So you may resonate with one deck, all the decks, 3 of the decks, who knows? Big thing, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And as always, thank you again for all your support, for your love. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into your video. Okay, I'll see you in a sec. Hey Aries, welcome to your October love reading. This is TC, your guiding chariot. This is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's get into your spread. Yeah. We're going to start off with our romance angels. I hope you've been enjoying October, Aries. Wishing you the best. I hope it's been enjoyable. Spirit, what do we have in store for Aries concerning love and romance? What's coming to Aries concerning love and romance this season? Oh, almost came out. Oh, there we go. That took a minute. Oh, Aries. So you guys got release your ex. Prompt reads, the time has come to clear your energy. So I will say, most of the times when I pull this card, I'm not necessarily reading a specific ex. I also rarely see this as someone you're currently dating. You know, this isn't a card where like, oh, break up with whoever you're with, goodbye. You know, to me, this is usually more of a mental thing. And I say that because you can even see, I mean, I get this angel is in pain and crying and upset, but she's holding her head, right? Or she's got her, you know, the back of her hand on her forehead. So to me, this is normally more internal. So you may have broken up with an ex years ago, but it's like the memory of them still kind of haunts you. You're still kind of replaying what happened, or you're still kind of hurt by, you know, whatever went down between the two of you. There's this idea or perception that needs to be released, because it's almost like you're playing the same record and reliving the same story when you're not even in that book anymore, right? But we still talk about it, we still think about it. It's just, we just keep reliving this moment, and you don't need to anymore. You're so far beyond that. So to me, this is more about clearing energy, clearing space. So if your ex told you something, or someone, it doesn't even have to be your ex, this could be like a family member, this could be a friend who just said something that just has now just tinted the lenses you look at the world through now, or look at the world with. Like, you don't need it. And I think if that's resonating, you already know what it is. You already know what you can let go and what's not serving you. It's time. It's time. That's really all it is. Like, don't worry about it. Know that you have moved far beyond that. It's not part of your story. It's not part of your narrative. It's not who you are. It's not what you're becoming. Whatever was said to you was a reflection of the other person, not you. There's no reason for you to let it color who you are now and who you will ultimately become. Let that go. Let's see what else we can get on that. Oh, totally thought that was going to pop out. You know, we're actually going to take it. It was like, it popped out and like looked right at me. I was like, no, we're taking it. Let's see, who is it? I'm going to pronounce this wrong. The Miriam? I hope I got that right. The Miriam. Sacred Vision. Prompt reads, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Damn right it has no boundaries. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe someone said something that put a boundary, and you know, it's a perceived boundary, that put a perceived boundary on something, on your growth, on your relationship potential, on your life potential, who knows? But it's, like I was saying, it's not your narrative. It's really not. You know, I think with the word forgiveness popping up in this card, you know, releasing yourself from this cycle, you know, forgiving the person who said it to you, that came from a hurt place in them, and it wasn't a reflection on you. You can also forgive yourself from listening to it or believing it for however long or short you did. But that just releases you from the loop and lets you truly embrace how much you've grown from whenever this incident happened to now. Because you are sacred. I mean, it says right here, sacred vision. But again, I talked about earlier, like it's like you've got like foggy lenses. Someone like threw mud and got your lenses dirty, and you've just been trying to see through these muddy lenses. And then the Miriam come along. They're like, here's a lens cloth. Wipe that clean. Wipe that clean. That doesn't. You're not seeing things straight. Or you could see so much further if you would just look past that. Like, take this off. There's no restrictions. You know, and I almost want to say for you guys, the no boundaries might even be really significant to some of you. You know, and I say that because I wonder if there are some of you out there who are trying to make a relationship or trying to make a life within someone else's boundaries. Like, oh, well, it's expected that I'm married to a woman, and I have the 2.5 kids, the dog, the cat, the fish, and the picket fence. You know, like that's the boundaries that happiness lives in. And that's not the case. That is not the case. There are no rules. You could be married to a woman, a man, 3 of each. You know, like, not that I'm, whatever you do is up to you. Like, this is your life. But there are no boundaries. Like, this is about your happiness. If someone's complaining and moping about your happiness and your lifestyle, it's not their life. They can go back home and sit at their own dining room table and live their life. You know what I mean? Like, they're not involved in this at all. Don't let them mess with your storyline, all right? I know you, Aries. You're strong. You're definitely stronger than that. Like, I'm not feeling it. We had someone flip over, but we're gonna tuck her back in there. It's meant to come out. She'll come out later. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for Aries concerning love and romance for this season? What do we have to share with Aries? Oh, all right. I feel like we're going to do... Oh. All right. actually going to put those right side up. It didn't feel reversed to me. All right, beautiful. So we've got the Ace of Wands, desire, passion, fire. Then we have the Eight of Wands, speed, communication, manifesting, travel maybe for some of you. Some of you might be going somewhere. And then who do you have down here? King of Swords. Nine of Wands, some more fire. And then Nine of Cups. I love this. So lots of fulfillment coming up with these nines. All right. So Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands. Beautiful energy to open with. That is your truth, your desire, your passion, your motivation. This is all action-based, right, when we get wands. But this is action based on your passion. It's also moving very quick. So it's something that needs to be, like, jumped on and done immediately. This isn't something you have a lot of time to sit on, right? Like, impulses happen and you just need to run with it, all right? You have the King of Swords, which not necessarily romantic energy per se, but this is a strategist, a planner, an analyzer, right? I think this is where you kind of get yourself kind of gummed up in these two cards. Because here you have, because this is very natural to you, this fire energy, where you just leap, go, you feel the impulse, you say something, you do something, right? You know, you're not sitting on your hands. You know, you're an Aries. You're super assertive. Like, this is so you right here. Here, I think this King of Swords, I think your mind is almost analyzing things to death. You're overthinking things, Aries. Like, you're taking it way too far and making it way more serious than it really is. And that's putting a halt on it, because this Nine of Wands, this is a stall. This is almost kind of like a block. You know, this is you standing your ground instead of racing for it. You know, like even in this image, you can see this path lit up by torches. And you're like standing back here with this unlit torch. Like, babe, light that sucker on fire. Or like, light it on fire and go. Start running up the trail to the, you know, to the peak, like to the summit. I think you're overanalyzing whatever's going on for you. Relationships, your romantic life, your dating life, you're thinking way too hard. Way too hard. Because then you have the Nine of Cups here. Look at what it's standing in front of. This is emotional fulfillment. Right? Because nines are all about fulfillment. It's not completion. It's not a 10. But it's still fulfillment. Like, there's contentment and happiness in this card already. But it's like you need to go get it. Like, you need to do something about it. Like, it's there. It's almost like this sea witch is looking at you like, hey, I got a cup for you. Like, you ready to drink your potion? Like, it's getting cold. Like, you should come over here. And like, you're over here like, nah, I'm gonna go look at this stick for a little bit. Like, I need to think about it. Like, I really need to analyze, like, why is it carved this way? What degree is this branch at? I wonder how much this weighs. It's like you're thinking too much about things that really, really don't matter. They're not that significant in the grand scheme of things. You look, and even underneath that, we have this Page of Pentacles, which is all about abundance and, you know, untapped potential. You know, it's unlimited potential. Like, this could grow into anything. You know, this Nine of Cups could manifest in many, 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 many ways. But you need to get over here and drink from the potion. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta drink the cup. Like, it's not doing you any favors if you're gonna hang out over here for longer and not partake, right? I feel like we've got a few more cards in here for you. Oh, I will take that. You know what? We're going to take that too. Oh, that was... I'm not going to take you. We'll do one more shuffle. If that card wants to come out again, it can. And it didn't. Okay. I was like, oh my god, did it really? Well, we're not taking those. Anyway, no. Okay, we're good. So, love this. Not the prettiest image. Don't freak out. 10 of Swords. So I was talking about all these nines, right? It's like fulfillment, but not completion. Here's your completion. I love this. That is the final sword in this X. Whatever this old storyline is, whatever this perception, this idea, could even be a physical person, like your actual ex that you're releasing. This is the death of them. Let them go. They got nothing to do with you anymore. Say bye-bye. Say goodbye. Because look at this. Sorry about the glare. But you have the wheel, and you also have the world. Look at that. Wheel, world, wheel, world, wheel, world. So the wheel is all about luck changing. Situations turning in your favor. Things are changing around. And then you have the world, which is full completion, like coming full circle. You've closed out this karmic loop. You've closed out this repeating narrative. And like both of them feature, you know, a sphere or a circle. You have a circle with the wheel, you have an orb here with the world. You're literally, you're closing the race, finishing the gap, tying up the loose ends. Done with it. Goodbye. Bye-bye to this old energy. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, right? Six of Cups. This is a return to who you were before. Your you know, inner child, that fun-loving sense of self. You know, this is the ideal that we had before we got, you know, kind of tainted by whatever happened here with this situation. We're getting back to that energy and going through a major transformation here with this Death card. You know me, for my Aries friends out there that do know me, you know that this is my favorite card. I love the Death card because it just speaks to shifting and transformation and moving into another phase. And it's funny because for you it's almost like you're going backwards, but with all the knowledge you've gained, you know, from what's happened. So it's like you get to go back and have a fresh start, but with all the wisdom and everything you've learned since then. So it's like you get a reset, but you still know everything. So when you go through it again, like you're like, nah, I know this. I'm not going to partake in that. That's a waste of my time. Next. Like it's like you get a second chance to play it all over again. Oh, excited by that one. I like that. All right, let's find you a chakra card, my lovely, lovely Aries. I feel like you're one of these guys. Yeah, we're going to take this. Ooh, yes. Oh, so yes. So you guys got crown chakra. Yes, yes, yes. Super, super spiritual in nature. I love it. This is super, super high vibe. Why? Because you're vibrating. I even want to cover that. Because you're vibrating so high, none of this can touch you. This is all about your, like, highest vibration, your truest self, the like highest, best version you could possibly be. I am so thrilled by that. You may even have, like, you know, downloads, messages, like intuitive pings coming to you that are really just like illuminating the way forward. That could totally be a thing, and that's, you know, that's because those messages are specifically chosen for you by Spirit, because this is something that you are bringing about in this life. You know, this is something that you're doing. You know, and if you feel the opposite, like you're feeling creatively blocked, or you feel like you're the only person who's not on their game and doesn't have their shit together, you know, that's just when your crown chakra is blocked and you're kind of cut off from all this universal energy. You know, and all that just takes some mindfulness. Like, really be mindful about the things in your life. And these could be beliefs, possessions, you know, the people in your life, relationships, who is truly serving you and who is not. You know, if you, especially recently, if you feel like you've been blocked and recently you've been having these like little pings of things you kind of want to learn more about or get into, or these interests that kind of keep popping up. Sorry, I just bumped the table. Follow them. Like those little creative little pings, or not creative, like curious little pings. Those are those downloads I was talking about. That's Spirit trying to nudge you in a direction. Because I think exposure to those things and those kind of maybe secret passions or interests are really what's like, they're going to serve as the catalyst. One, to reopen this chakra so you can fully receive. But also just to this awakening. Again, we talked about sacred vision, seeing things clearly, seeing things differently and openly now. We want to open up this chakra so all of that can come through into it. All right. Before I let you go, Aries, we're going to get you an angel card. Mix them up a little bit. And, ooh, I like this one. Whoever this is. You. Got it. Get back in there. Oh, F me. Look at that. Let me get it up there. Awakening. What did I tell you? Yes, you are going through a major awakening. I love it. And you know what excites me about that? Through this awakening, you get to see things differently. You could look at the same people, the same, I don't know, like it literally could be like, I want to say people, like that's what I want to say. You're going to look at the exact same people who maybe yesterday were like your best bud, super close team worker, co-worker, family member. Like this was someone who like, oh my God, this is my ride or die. And now you're being woken up and you're looking at them again and be like, wait a second. Huh? Why are you here? What do you do for me? Like, why do I let you in? And it could also be the opposite. Maybe someone who like you like didn't see as much, or that just an acquaintance. Maybe now you look at them again and you're like, wait, this person really has something to offer. Like I really could learn a lot from them. Or like just, it's just funny, but yeah, it's like you kind of wake up and you look at things completely differently. I want to say you're also going to look at yourself differently. You could look in the mirror and be like, who are you? Why would you do that? Let's not do that anymore. Or let's do more of that. Why did we say no? Like, either way, it could go both ways. And you make it a mix of both, honestly. But the biggest thing is that you are going through this awakening where you are going to reevaluate and see things completely differently. And I want to say the big thing here is this Ace of Wands. This is really holding on to your passions and your desire and letting that be your fuel, letting that be your fire. Don't overanalyze anything moving forward. Don't do it. Because again, even that blocks this. Instead of using this universal spiritual knowledge, you're trying to use this mental knowledge, which, no offense, isn't as smart. Not that you're not smart, just compared to the collective knowledge versus what has just been gathered in the few years you've been on this planet, cannot compare. Cannot compare. It's on a completely different level, right? We want to tap into this highest potential. So, like I was saying, especially if you've been blocked and you're feeling these little, like all of a sudden I want to know more about Thailand. All of a sudden I want to learn more about this ancient civilization or how M&Ms are made. Like I don't care, whatever it is. Follow that. That literally is like a spiritual download trying to nudge you in a certain direction. And it's not that what it's trying to show you is going to be the key. Like I'll use my Thailand example. Just because you're interested about Thailand doesn't mean your other half is in Thailand. That's not what it's saying. But it's serving as that catalyst to open this up. Right? It's that curiosity and that connection that opens up this whole like spiritual connection to everything and to the universe. From that gateway comes all of this abundance. And that's what we're ultimately wanting, right? We want to feel connected. We want to feel brought in, and part of the collective. All right? Whew. All right, Aries. Amazing reading. Love, 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 love. I'm going to let you guys go. As always, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and join our little family. I love hearing from you guys. If you have anything to share, feel free to hit me up in the comment section down below. You can also DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. That's probably the best channel to book a one-on-one session with me as well. All that info will be in the description box. But with that said, take care, Aries. I love you. Wishing you the best for this season. Take care. Halloween's coming up, so happy Halloween. And I will see you in your next video. Bye, Aries.